We apologize for a technical difficulty there as we start our John A. Logan College Why Would You Go Anywhere Else halftime show. Alongside Gage Johnson, I'm Riley Swinford. Ross Swinford here on the controls. Bill and Sophia Swinford down on the sidelines. We hope to hear from them here in a moment. We're back here where Marion leads 28-10 at halftime, and as we think back on that first half, Gage got out to a 10-0 Althoff lead. We started to think, oh boy, here we go. After 2 straight weeks where Marion blew out their opponent, we thought maybe the table was going to be turned on the Wildcats. Now all of a sudden we look up at halftime and Marion has an 18-point lead and 28 unanswered points.
Yeah, I mean, we talked before the game about the weapons that Althoff had, and it looked like Stephen Brown was going to be kind of leading the charge early on. Got him in some good spots. They were able to get a nice 4th down conversion that led to a 30-yard field goal later on in the drive, and then he got a 3-yard touchdown run and made it 10-0. But man, we hadn't run the ball at all, and then once Winters got the handoff, first handoff of the game, 64 yards to the house, and that was what really set the tone for the Wildcats.
Marion has the big play potential. We knew it. It just took them a while to get it uncorked here on the road in week 4. Thinking back to our Watermark Auto Group keys to the game, we talked about bringing the energy we had seen at home the last 2 weeks. Week 1 at Carterville was the only other road game we had seen, and Marion had struggled in that atmosphere, you know, thinking back to the cannon, thinking back to how Carterville really dominated time of possession and really ran the ball down Marion's throat at times. Here tonight, after probably that first wave in the first maybe 5 minutes of this game when Althoff really controlled things, Marion responded and has looked like the team we saw at home the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, the pace and the tempo that they're playing with is the best that Marion, I think, has looked all year. Even in that opening drive when they weren't completing some of these big plays that they've gone for, they were just shy of making them. So the energy, the ability to move on to the next play, take advantage of the miscues that Althoff has had when it comes to penalties. Marion has done everything the right way so far in this half.
Let's give you some stats now, brought to you by Kemper CPA Group, LLP, our official stats sponsor here on Wildcat Gameday. Talk about our halftime stats leaders, Gage.
Yeah, it starts with Winters. Obviously had that big 64-yard touchdown run, and then it was Hazel that had the second one on the second handoff of the game. I mean, 2 for 2, you get 2 touchdowns. Hazel's was 55 yards. So on 2 handoffs right there, you had over 100 yards rushing. Yeah. I mean, Marion couldn't ask for more. That put them up 15-10, and then it was a play-action screen to Winters on a 4th and 3 later on. They would go for 2. It didn't work out, but Marion took a 21-10 lead. And then later on, it was Atkins getting a 26-yard passing touchdown, giving Marion that 28-10 lead going into the locker room.
The thing that stands out to me, really 2 things. 1, Marion's balance with their play calling. 2 touchdowns on the ground, 2 touchdowns in the air, 28 total points, 4 total scores, 2 of each. And then the penalties by Belleville Althoff. That last one was a backbreaker, giving Marion new life on that last drive that they were able to turn into points. They also had a couple on special teams that allowed Marion to go for 2.
Absolutely, and I mean, the Wildcats defense answering the bell too. We talk about the offense, but that 28 unanswered doesn't come by any way of the defense not doing anything.
Right. As our John A. Logan College Why Would You Go Anywhere Else halftime show continues, let's take a look back at last week's big win over Mount Vernon. It was 56-21 Marion in week 3 at home. Gage and I had the call. Here's a look back at last week's big win at Wildcat Stadium. Hello and welcome to Wildcat Stadium for week 3 of the high school football season. Alongside Gage Johnson, I'm Riley Swinford, and home sweet home it is, Gage. And if last week was any indication, this Marion high school football team likes playing at home.
Oh yeah, Marion had it all going last week, putting up 63 points against Granite City, whether it was long passes, long runs, punt returns, special teams. Marion had it all going, and I think they crossed just about everything off the bingo card for that win that night.
The Wildcats in their blue and gold home uniforms are ready to storm onto the field before this big South 7 conference matchup against the Mount Vernon Rams. And here come the Marion Wildcats trying to improve to 2-1 on the season. It's a nice kick from Atkins. He outkicks the coverage for a touchback, and Marion will send their defense onto the field. Snap, they keep it on the ground, and it's Staples, the guy we talked about. And if that's any indication, Marion's up for the task as a bunch of blue jerseys. He's going to pass under pressure, and he's sacked. What a stand for this Marion defense. Netted -7 on their opening drive. And it'll be fielded by Andre Jones right at midfield, and he's going to take it out to the right. Stiff arms his way to the 45, and Marion has good field position. Swings it out to Winters on the little screen. Tries to get out to the outside. Tiptoeing is from the 33. Roper wants to air it out. His favorite target's Atkins. Touchdown Marion from 33 yards. Facing the dance team and the band as the kick is up. And it's good over the net into the band. And Staples will bring it out this time as he fielded it out on the 1. Now tries to get some blocking, gets across the 20, streaking across the 30, still on his feet across the 40, and finally brought.
Try to limit them because you don't want to wear yourself down as the game goes along.
Disro's going to keep it, breaks one. Now he gets the first down. Now he's got his eyes on the end zone. Disro from 48 yards makes it a 7-6 game. And just like that, the Rams take 3 plays. Isaac Grieber. Kick is good, and we're all tied up at 7. Atkins alone on the bottom of your screen as Roper stands in the shotgun. With time. He's got Junius Thomas wide open on the other side of the field. Everyone was looking for Atkins. They forgot about Junius Thomas, who takes it to the house. 68 yards for the score. There's the snap. There's the hold. The kick is up and through the uprights as Marion he is getting his money's worth down there tonight, as there's going to be a lot of big plays in this game. Staples will try to bring it out, fielded about the 10. Follows his blockers. Patiently waits for a gap. Now he tries to get out to the outside. Toe in the sideline, forced out of bounds, ran out of space near the 40. This track going. Now it's 3rd and 4. Disro's going to keep it himself. Follows his blockers across midfield. Now the C opens up, and he's off to the races. And just like that, on a 3rd down gauge, the Rams answer back, and maybe they did find an answer with those timeouts.
Timeouts like that early, especially right here in the first quarter, not even just the first half.
But they'll take it as it's all tied up at 14, and the 2 timeouts. Low snap. Roper looking across the middle. He's got Thomas. One man to beat. Breaks the tackle and stands up for another score. And Junius Thomas, for the 2nd time tonight, gives Marion the lead as Junius Thomas is quickly established. Atkins will line up for the point after. And it's on the roof at the Heck Center with Marion up 7 on this drive. They sling it to him. He catches this one. Cuts across midfield. Lost it. Fumble. Marion's on it. Malachi Cooper recovers the fumble. And just as whose defense has had trouble containing the Rams, if they can get some separation here, that could help down the stretch. Roper with time finds Alex Henry streaking across the middle. And Alex Henry, who's been relatively quiet tonight by Alex Henry's standards. Low snap, Roper with time, looking. Once Winters on the far side, goes up and gets it, comes down inbounds to make the catch. Field, and now we're back here live. 1st and goal from the 9. And Marcus Hazel takes it to the house. Down in our post-game show. Now the point after. Up and good, and Marion's lead is 14.
Control on offense again.
Rams the pass, hit as he throws. Jump ball, and Hudson Wade picks it off. Now he's going to try to return it. He's got his eyes on the end zone. Hudson Wade. Still score a couple more times this half. They direct snap it to Winters. A different look here. 2 yards to go. He's trying to get out to the outside, and he does as Blake Winters takes the long route for 2 yards. Kick. The snap. The point after is good. And for the 5th time tonight, Sam Atkins puts the cap on a scoring drive. Use Disro. Rolls out. Steps up. Slings it. Pass is complete for the 1st down. Now trying to pick up some other yards as the come all the way back before the break, but try to cut into it. But right on cue, Junius Thomas with the pick. Now Junius Thomas with the return, and after a fumble led to a Marion score. Henry off into his right. Atkins on the far side. Steps up across the middle. Thomas catches this one. Makes the first guy miss. Cuts back across the middle. Still on his feet. Spins. towards the 5, another spin, and he's hitting all the buttons on his band controller gauge. As for the Wildcats. Roper on the 5. Gives to Hazel. And for the second time tonight, Marcus Hazel finds the blue Marion end zone. And he's celebrating as Marion in shocking fashion after. And another point after is good from Atkins, who's perfect on the PATs. 4th and 5. The Rams are going to go for it. They sling it out and blocked by Henry. Pass broken up at the line of Winters to his right in the shotgun. Low snap. With time. Steps up. Hoffman in the back of the end zone, and a perfect pass from Roper, and the O-line gave him plenty of time to find Logan Hoffman a lot. Part of his issue, they are going to go for 2. And still standing up as he crosses the goal line is Broomfield as Marion hangs 50 on the scoreboard again. Spence Mount Vernon made it halftime to try to let this thing not get out of hand. Under pressure, Roper finds Thomas. He's got the first Southern Bank first down before he goes out of bounds on the far sideline. First down from the 47. Roper rolls out. Under pressure again. Finds Hoffman. Was he in bounds? From the 30-yard line. 10:33 to go in the third. Roper wants Thomas. Goes up. Gets it and makes the catch with the defender all over him. On this drive. Can they do it again? Roper to pass. It's got Thomas. Who else? And Thomas in from 8 yards. And what a night Junie Thomas is having. The Marion defense, I believe, stopped the lead. And it looks like they recovered a fumble as Alex Henry comes up with the ball. See if the second string can pick up a third down conversion here. The offensive first string really had no issues tonight. Broomfield airs it out. Jackson Owen goes up and gets it. Broomfield, who was perfect last week, completes the pass to Jackson Owen. And Aiden Broomfield channeling his inner Callahan Roper there.
Nice pass. A nice job by Owen to snag it and bring it.
Trying to keep this one respectable. And this will help as a big run and the first big play of the game for the Rams since early in the second quarter comes courtesy of a 94. The kick is good. And all that's left to do is snap it in the victory formation as Marion will pick up the South 7 Conference win. And they might not even have to snap it. They're just going to go and line up to shake hands. So that will do it, Gage. It'll be a 56-21 final. The Wildcats win back-to-back home games, and now we'll head to Belleville Althoff for a big non-conference showdown with the Crusaders.
Once upon a time, there was an angry man with a few sprigs of golden hair. They called him Tony No-Locks. Tony No-Locks wanted to find the perfect pre-owned motorcycle that was just right. So off he went to visit Black Diamond Harley-Davidson. So Tony No-Locks jumped on a pre-owned Road Glide at a great price. Ah, this is just right, he exclaimed. Find what is just right for you and your family at Black Diamond Harley-Davidson.
The teachers are really good, they're understanding.
All of our faculty here teach from experience.
I love it. It's so hands-on. They want to see us succeed.
There's so many options, so many things they can choose from.
I wasn't just another statistic out there.
My advisors and my professors have been very helpful.
I've felt completely at home from the first day.
Everyone has been so welcoming and helpful and encouraging. It's made it really easy. So I would for sure recommend John A.
Hey y'all, it's me, Willie the Wildcat. I'm here to tell you about the official Wildcat Game Day shirts brought to you by Swinford Media Group. Whether you're cheering under the Friday night lights or packing the gym for basketball season, these shirts are the perfect way to show your Wildcat pride. Order yours now at swinfordmediagroup.com.
The Wildcats trying to keep the momentum as they start with the ball here in the second half. Althoff will kick it straight up in the air, and Blake Winters will fair catch it at the 35. So Althoff clearly concerned about the return potential from Junius Thomas. Decides to kick it away from him, and Marion will start on the 35-yard line as a result.
And I think it'll be interesting to see how they approach this offensively. They could go one of two ways, right? They could try to get some time of possession, run down the clock a little bit, or they keep their foot on the gas, they keep the tempo up because they've had a fast-paced offense so far tonight, and it's worked out well for them.
First and 10 from the 35 as Marion sends the offense back onto the field. It's Callahan Roper, who had a big first half, and really all this Marion offense did. We'll bring you some stats as the half goes along. Roper hands it off on first down. Blake Winters bounces out to the right, trying to make a guy miss, and he just barely got any yards, if any,
Winters on the carry
on a first down ball carry for Blake Winters.
Yeah, try to get to the outside to try to make a smaller play into a bigger one. Right there, just take the couple yards, take the hit. Obviously, you like going for the big one every now and then, but right there, just take the couple yards.
Callahan was 14 for 24 for 193 yards in that first half. Marion had 332 total yards, 139 of them coming on the ground, and that total will go up after that Junius Thomas ball carry.
Green made the stop for the Crusaders.
Third down here, and Althoff has to get a stop here if they're going to stay in this game. Third and 3 from the 42. They give it to Winters. Tries to get out to the outside, he does. First Southern Bank first down and then some. Pushing his way forward to the 40. 20 yards for Blake Winters when he needed 3. And Blake Winters is making a name for himself in this game. Really becoming a more reliable option out of the backfield as a rushing option.
Absolutely, and that time going for that big play works out there, gets to the outside, has room to run, and Marion has done a good job of allowing their playmakers to have space to operate tonight.
First and 10 from the 40. Roper rolls out to pass. He's got Hoffman on the deep ball, and Hoffman from 40 yards. The patience from Callahan Roper pays off, and he found Logan Hoffman all alone behind the Althoff defense. And Marion now with 5 unanswered scores, and they are crushing the Crusaders' spirit here on Pink Out Night.
Man, the offense just showing out. Roper did a nice job of being patient, and they kept letting the play develop and found Hoffman wide open.
The offensive line did its job and gave Callahan Roper plenty of time to operate, and he made Althoff's defensive secondary pay as Logan Hoffman got loose and adds to this balanced Marion attack tonight. 34 unanswered points for the Wildcats. Make it 35 as Sam Atkins kicks it through the uprights for the PAT, and the Wildcats are rolling here on the road in week 4. We'll be right back from Martsfield and